Welcome to another episode of Game Time. This week we are at Moriarty High School, home of the Fighting Pintos, and we're here with their football team and head coach Gabriel Romero. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
You guys are in the state semifinals this coming week. What's the mood here at school? Are you excited, nervous? What's it like?
I think we're excited. You know, I think there's probably a little bit of nerves, but I think for the most part we're excited. We've had a good season, and we're ready to keep this thing rolling.
You've had a really good season. Just last week in the quarterfinals, you beat Academy here on this field, 20-14. What was the difference maker in that game? How'd you pull that one out?
Well, you know, I think our defense played really well. We caused a couple of big turnovers at key times. And then, you know, our offense moved the ball well, and, you know, it's kind of what we just pound the ball at people, and I think it got to them at the end of the game, and we were able to win it.
That's been pretty much the recipe for you this year, hasn't it? A steady dose of ground and pound for you guys?
Yeah, you know, that's what we do. We take a lot of pride in the fact that we're physical up front. We run the ball. We got great running backs. You know, we hit the holes hard. Our linemen have done a great job of opening up holes for us, and, you know.
You lost the first two games of the season, but since then have run off 7 straight wins. What made the difference? What turned the corner for you?
You know, I think our slow start was due to the fact that right at the end of two-a-days, we ended up with the COVID case. We missed our scrimmage in our opening game. So going into that first game, we kind of looked at that as a scrimmage. And then our second game, you know, it was kind of just the filling things out. We went to Bernalillo, and I think that gave us a lot of confidence. They were a hot team at the point, and, you know, we beat them, and I think ever since then, we've just kept everything going.
Do you feel like you're peaking at the right time?
I do. I think, you know, the last couple games, we just seemed like we keep getting better and better, and I think we're primed and ready to go.
Who's getting it done for you, this group of cast of characters behind us here?
You know, there's a lot of them. You know, it starts up front offensively with our line. We got a couple of great guards, Jason Garcia and Isaiah Camplain. They're kind of anchoring everything in the front there. And then we got a bunch of different running backs. You know, we distribute the ball very well. Gray Wolf has done a great job for us. Caden Dunn has done a great job for us. You know, and then we got the power back, Kenny Pointer. They all do a great job for us.
You take on Lovington this week. You go on the road for the state semifinal game. Have you had a chance to look at the Wildcats? What do you see from them?
You know, they're good. You know, there's a reason that they're the #1 team in the state right now. They got a very good passing game. You know, their defense is good. You know, we're going to have our work cut out for us, but I think we can get it done.
It's been a long time since Moriarty lifted that blue trophy and won a state championship. What would it mean for this school, this program, to punch their ticket to the state final with a win this weekend?
It'd be huge. You know, it's been a while. I think it's been 39 years since we've won one. It's been a long time. And I think, you know, our community is behind us. I think we got a lot of support. I think it'd mean a lot for the school, the community, and I know it's mean a lot for these guys.
All right, well, Coach, good luck this week against Lovington, and congratulations on a great season up to this point.
Thank you very much.
We'll be back with more Game Time after this. The New Mexico Activities Association is excited to announce the NMAA 24/7 mobile app. Whether you're a student, coach, parent, or player, you can have the power of the NMAA right in the palm of your hand. Find scores and schedules, follow your favorite teams, receive special offers from NMAA sponsors, get state championship information, highlights, features, and much more. Download the free NMAA 24/7 mobile app in the App Store or Google Play. Get it now.
I'm Kenneth Pointer. I go to Moriarty High School, and welcome back to Game Time.
In classes 3A through 6A, we are down to the state semifinals in the football playoffs. Here's a look at who's playing in the Final Four and how they got there. Let's start in Class 6A. #1 unbeaten Cleveland met up with Hobbs, and after a 7-7 start to this one, the Storm took off. Cleveland piled up 42 points to advance with a win over the Eagles, 42-14. Cleveland racked up over 300 yards on the ground in this one. Cleveland will meet up with Las Cruces in the 6A semifinals. The Bulldogs gave up a big lead and lost against Centennial in the regular season, but they made sure that didn't happen twice. Las Cruces beat their crosstown rival in the quarterfinals 35-21. On the other side of the bracket, Rio Rancho rolled over Cibola for the second time this season. The Rams got 5 scores from future Lobo Zach Vigil. The Rams advanced with a 44-20 victory and will take on La Cueva for the second time this season. The Bears beat Volcano Vista last week, 35-21. The back-and-forth battle was decided in the fourth quarter when La Cueva's Aiden Armenta connected with Exodus Ayers for a pair of scores in the final 12 minutes. La Cueva lost to Rio Rancho 50-0 in week 2 of the regular season and will be looking for payback this week. Santa Teresa put up a fight against Farmington in their quarterfinal matchup in the Four Corners. This game was a 7-6 score at halftime, but the Scorpions ran off 21 unanswered points to remain unbeaten and advance to the Class 5A semifinal with a 28-6 win. Farmington will travel to Artesia this week. Also in Class 5A, Los Lunas remains perfect. The Tigers beat rival Belen for the second time in 3 weeks. Darren Romero scored on the opening kickoff, and Los Lunas never looked back. Los Lunas posted a shutout 31-0 and will host Goddard this weekend. In Class 4A, Bloomfield is back in the semifinals. The Bobcats avenged their lone loss during the regular season with a victory over Valencia last week, 48-13. Bloomfield will take on Ruidoso in the semifinals. St. Michael's never trailed in their quarterfinal game against New Mexico Military Institute. And what's better than one kick return for a touchdown? How about 2? The Horsemen returned 2 kicks for scores in this one by Isaac Ruiz and another one by Devin Flores. Flores also caught a pair of touchdown passes as well. St. Michael's won the game 34-14. They will host top-ranked Raton this weekend, and the winner punches their ticket to the state final. In Class 2A, Jal took down Texaco in their state semifinal matchup. The number 1 Panthers put up plenty of points, beating the Wolverines 53-12. Jal will face Eunice this weekend for the Class 2A title. The 8-man championship was decided last week. Tatum hosted Melrose. The two teams played an unusually low-scoring game. This one went to overtime, tied at 14. Tatum scored first in OT and then held off Melrose to win the championship 22-14. It's their second title in the past 4 seasons. For all the football state semifinal matchups and times, go to our website, nmact.org. Last week, the state volleyball championships were handed out. Melrose, Laguna Acoma, Robertson, Artesia, and La Cueva all lifted the blue championship trophy. In Class 1A, it was a repeat feat for Melrose High School. Defending state champ Melrose met up with Gateway Christian in the final for the second straight season, and the result was the same. Melrose won the championship in 3 games, 25-13, 25-17, and 26-24. It's their 8th overall title.
We are enough how we are. We don't have to be any more than what we are, and they've bought into that all year, and they just came ready to go. They were really focused before the game, and we really came together as a team up here, and that was kind of our goal. We wanted to come up here and out-team teams, if that makes any sense, but they really came together right here and battled every game, every point.
This year we played them in our Halloween tournament, and we had beaten them then, but we knew that this state championship we were probably going to come and see them again, so we just came back with a lot of fire and a lot of intensity, and we knew how to break things down, and we knew how to come back when it's fire.
It feels amazing. We've worked so hard, and I love this team. I love my girls. It was all worth the fight.
In Class 2A, we had a couple teams that hadn't reached the final in a while, Tularosa and Laguna Acoma. Laguna Acoma took control from the start 25-22 and never took their foot off the gas, taking the next two 25-20 and 25-12, winning the Class 2A title.
Play like it's your last, because you never know what's your last. I replaced my sister as she was a junior, and she couldn't have her last game, so I promised her that I was going to make it up for her, and with all my sisters here with me. So I'm really blessed with all these girls that are right behind me, and as you can hear the crowd and my Pueblo, they're right behind me.
Class 3A was all about Robertson. The top-seeded Cardinals ran the table this year, not losing one match. Robertson beat St. Michael's in the final 25-9, 25-20, and 25-15. Robertson ended the year with a perfect 27-0 record.
It's an amazing feeling, and it's nice to be back and win another, and it's incredible. It's such a nice feeling.
What a year, very special. I'm just so excited and fortunate to be, part of this team. And just as the year went on, we just, to not only be state champions, but to be 27-0 is just truly just making history for this team.
We saw an upset in Class 4A. Artesia met up with #1 Hope Christian. The 7th-seeded Bulldogs, playing without their head coach because of COVID, beat the top seed in 4, 27-25, 11-25, 26-24, and 25-19 to win their first volleyball state title since 2011.
This is absolutely crazy because we honestly didn't think that we would get this far. And we fought really hard from the beginning. We had a little rough spot in the middle with the second game, but overall we just played really, really good, and I'm super proud of my team.
It was a different year. We went through losing some teammates. Our coach got quarantined, but we've worked hard, we've persevered, we've set our goals, and we met them tonight.
Class 5A matched up Cleveland against #1 La Cueva. The Bears beat the Storm in 3, 25-20, 25-18, and 25-13. La Cueva ended the season with 20 straight victories. It's La Cueva's 3rd title in 4 years.
At the beginning of the season, I'm going to say I did not know how this season was going to go, and finishing off with a state title was unexpected but well-deserved. With this group of girls has been very different from what we've had in the past, but different in such a good way, and I absolutely love playing with them this season.
I'm Caden Dunn from Moriarty High School. We'll be back with more game time after this.
Are you living the life of an athlete? The New Mexico Activities Association brings you Life of an Athlete, a resource for students, educators, and parents to understand the challenges students face. Athletes, did you know one night of drinking will negatively affect your athletic performance for 2 weeks? Or that athletes who drink and do drugs are twice as likely to get injured? Alcohol's effects can reduce a high school athlete's potential by as much as 20 to 30%. Are you living the life of an athlete? Log on to lifeofanathlete.com to find out today. Do you love sports? Do you want a front row seat for exciting high school sports action in New Mexico? If the answer is yes to either of those questions, then becoming an interscholastic sports official may be right for you. The New Mexico Officials Association is looking for individuals age 15 years or older to serve as officials in 10 different sports. No experience is necessary and training is provided. If you're interested, call 505-923-3110. That's 505-923-3110. Or go to the website nmact.org and click on the Officials tab. Welcome back to Game Time from Moriarty High School. Last week was the start of the signing period for several student athletes all around New Mexico. A pair of Volcano Vista seniors signed their national letters of intent to play basketball at the University of New Mexico. One of those seniors is responsible for arguably the greatest shot in the history of the state basketball tournament in New Mexico. We had a chance to talk about that memorable moment as we start into the new season. Let's set the stage. Last season, girls Class 5A state basketball championship game at the Pit. Volcano Vista and Hobbs, the Eagles, tied it up with a three-pointer in the final 10 seconds of overtime. With the game tied at 49, Volcano Vista had one last shot to try and win the championship in the final 3 seconds.
I had a lot of confidence, and I know I wasn't going to back down because we lost to them the year before, but coming back, I know we had a chance to win it.
Nobody in the building could have predicted what was about to happen next.
Here we go. They get it into Chavez. Natalia across the timeline. She's going to heave it from half court for the
My goodness!
Chavez hits one from half court for the state championship.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Junior Natalia Chavez with a half-court game winner at the buzzer to win the state championship.
Watching it over and over, I actually watched the whole game last week, and I still feel the nerves that were going through when I was playing and when I made that shot. It's just a good feeling.
The shot was played over and over again on social media and eventually made its way to ESPN for even more national attention.
I come from a small reservation, and there's not a lot of kids that get noticed there, so it was really a good feeling for me to get my reservation out there and known like a Native American girl can actually do something really big.
As we head into the new season, is everyone expecting another dramatic half-court shot?
I'm not sure if people are expecting another shot like that, but I definitely practice everywhere on the court now, like no matter where I shoot, because you never know what can happen. Seeing that from the last year, you never know what shot can go in.
Basketball practice officially started this week. State finals will be here before you know it. That's going to do it for another episode of Game Time. Remember, at this time next week, we will know who is playing in the football finals. We will have a preview of all of those matchups. Remember, it is online ticket sales only for those state semifinal matchups this weekend. No ticket required for this show. We'll see you next time on Game Time.